Today on Him and I, we'll be building a greenhouse. Hope you guys enjoy. If you guys would hit the subscribe button for me. So I started off with just a basic design I found online. It's a greenhouse kit. I will leave the description below. You can find it for free, but there was a paid service, so I went ahead and paid the $5 and got the plan. So I really like the design on this thing. If you could see how the windows are on the top of that triangle, I just really like the way that opens up. And most of the material you can see is a salvage from a fence that I got from a neighbor that tore a fence down. So I made the two end pieces out of 2x4, and I used the fencing for the rest of them. And it really does just work really good for this side of a greenhouse, so I highly recommend doing that. So once I got everything built, I moved it to the back to where its final resting place was. And then we put it up together, just easy as could be. And then I used some more fencing up on the top to give a place for the polycarbonate to lay. And then I found some old windows on Marketplace. I got all four of these for $10. And so I framed those in. And here is the door going in. I found the door on Marketplace for free. It was just another cool find. Really open glass, and I just kind of put it where I thought would be the best spot. So it was Nicole's idea to have the windows opening like this, and I really like the way that turned out. So they kind of swing open and let the air come through. If you need it, open it up. And Nicole helped paint the whole thing. Great help. And here you see the polycarbonate going up. I just cut to length. I was really nervous about cutting this stuff at first, and after I cut it a couple times, there's nothing to be nervous about. It's not going to split or crack or go anything crazy. So just have fun. And here I am just using some more of that leftover fencing to build the greenhouse. I painted everything white. It was for the HOA. I've had to make everything white on this thing. So here I didn't paint it first, and you always regret that once you do that. So I wanted to make this kind of like a bar area for like when we have our fire pits and stuff like that. So I figured we needed a cool little overhang there. So I made a pergola. And here are some of the pictures I did. I didn't do a whole video on that, but it's just really simple design. Turned out great. Used all the fencing from the fence that came down. All right, so here I go into in depth on how I kind of put the plastic in. Polycarbonate. There I'm just kind of putting a brace because it kind of was a big window opening there, and I'm going to cut the whole piece to length that will fit that opening. So, and then I just cut a whole bunch of strips. That just gives it kind of like the window seal effect. And then later I fill everything in with great stuff. All right, for the windows there, I used a exterior hinges, and just kind of built a small little frame and just let it kind of swing open. And then I found these cool solar heated window openings that open the windows when it gets too hot in there, and it shuts them when it gets too cold. And here I just used some painter's tape and kind of sealed up everything, all the holes, anything I could, and I jammed that stuff into all the cracks and crevices and kind of used it as like insulation. And then I just used some more of that fencing and made some benches to lay stuff on and cut it down to length and added some lights for some ambiance. And I just think it really turned out good. Here, kind of walking through kind of how the setup is. So we got the bench right there, and come around, that's the garden bar. And then right there is where we keep our compost, and we have a water bucket under there. So there she is, moving some dirt around. But just really happy with the way this thing turned out. So I hope you guys like and subscribe, and go ahead and follow me on the Instagram and all the socials, and have a good one. Thank you.